Nah, I ain't gonna lie, that was Brightside. DJ Speedsta. Is this a Brando? Oh yeah, Brando RSA POV. Let's see what's up with it. Apparently he's a gatekeeper. Is it official?
Okay, so DJ Speedsta.
Is it something that's supposed to be like made official or some shit? Like, right? Is DJ Speedsta really a gatekeeper? Who coined it? Or is it just a curiosity that my boy Brando RSA has? Some shit like that. Wait, let me check something more. This thing might just be creating tabs every time I click into like, oh my god, every time I click into
so DJ Speedsta,
a link that I've posted on my community tab. I think they might. Why do I got like so many tabs open? That's crazy. Award reaction. I think this one was supposed to be. Wait. Okay. Honorable reaction vibes. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
Speedsta has also so DJ Speedsta has also been getting his fair share of backlash from the KK situation, and the internet has now dubbed him as DJ Gatekeeper.
I want to start off.
Wait, isn't that something that niggas wanna be? Gatekeepers, you know what I'm saying? Because niggas, you know what I mean? It gives them a little bit of a badge. You know what I mean? A little bit of a badge. But we know these like structures around, what is it? The music industry structures. A whole lot of bullshit goes on in there. You feel me? Behind closed doors. Whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, shortcuts, blah blah blah, are taken. You know what I mean? And it's all because of the gatekeepers and what they accept, what they enable, what they gaslight. You know what I'm saying? And well, they leave the rest of the participants of the industry gaslit in terms of people that want to have a platform to shine within the industry, right? So that I like last time I checked. Let me just say that last time I checked, it was something to want to become in an industry. You know what I'm saying? Some sort of gatekeeper. But like, I feel like everybody's seen the corniness, and I'm glad that people went at his ass for like gaslighting Cake Heat on that clip, bro. That shit wasn't cool, bro. Fuck that, bro. Who gives a fuck about that little freestyle shit anymore?
Off by thanking 5FM.
I don't want to.
Yes.
And the SABC.
Yes.
I just want to start there.
We here.
Because they don't put hip hop on national radio anymore. This is the only hip hop show on national radio. So I want to start by thanking 5FM and bigging them up for taking that chance.
So I want us to look at the influence Speedsta has on the game. Is this man really a gatekeeper? Did he do this for the clout, or did he genuinely do this for the culture? Let's talk about it.
The reason why with hip-hop we can't move is because the older guys, including myself, you know, whether we do it consciously or unconsciously, we keep building walls so the young guys can't literally come to us for...
And that's what I meant by like the corniness of the gatekeep. You know what I'm saying? The gatekeepers of really anything. I feel like gatekeeping is not a bad thing. It's really necessary. It's just, you know what I'm saying, when we talking about motherfuckers that, you know, make the whole experience uncomfortable just because you got a sort of position that gives you power, that puts you in control of what could go through to be viewed by a lot of people or not. You hold that, you know what I'm saying? You hold the potential. Well, you hold that button. You got your finger on that button ready to press. You know what I'm saying? Either you're pressing it or not. You feel me? So that shit gets corny, especially when shit like even payola and things where you know you pay to play, bro. You don't. It's not off of pure grinding. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like that's the potential that gatekeeping gives somebody, and that's why this whole shit is corny. That's why I'm like, yo. Well, it's known that the independent way is the way. It's just, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of people need that education on how to move, like what steps to take, blah 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 type shit. You feel me? And then once enough people have that kind of mindset and methodology within their methodology, it's over for gatekeepers. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I'm like, yo, let me not say it.
No, I disagree.
Wait, hold on. You haven't even did a whole skit, bro.
Yes, I had to.
Rap is not us. I've done everything that everyone has done to basically become
You came
successful.
prepared.
You're so childish.
XCVIICXN was born in Vaal Triangle, and later he moved to Johannesburg in 2011, and he started doing a show on Trace Africa Radio. He did a show on few community radio stations back at home in Vaal, and then he got a gig on Soweto TV presenting an entertainment show there. I was doing that for a good 2 or 3 years, just DJing and trying to figure out everything, and then last year I got a YFM gig, and this year I got the Vuzu gig. From there things started shaping up. Now it's like everything I've always been doing, just...
Bro, this guy's been a gatekeeper though. In terms of... Bro, this guy was on that panel for that podcast thing, right? Yeah, bro, this guy's been part of like the gatekeeping structure of South African, you know what I'm saying, just music being put out there, you know what I mean? Like he's been, well, part of the sample of people that do it, that gatekeep all of that.
Just on a bigger platform.
I think the most important thing is as much as like guys want to be rappers and hip hop and so forth, it's always important to always have like a commercial side to you as an artist, you know. So it's all good and well to be able to rap 65 bars or whatever, but at the end of the day, you want to make hits. You want to make.
Oh, so that's the contradiction here. Is it like, yo, K-Heat is there trying to actually build that. She's trying to actually build that feel for herself. You know what I'm saying? That kind of HP for herself. You know what I'm saying? That kind of aura for herself. But then here you go on this clip talking about, no, you don't have to do these 65 bars. But why was you pressing her 4 bars, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Just a couple of days ago in your little interview with her, you was pressing her for bars, and then apparently, according to you, it's never about the, well, not never about, but like, come on, bro, like you was pressing her about this shit where, you know what I'm saying, you were speaking something else earlier. I'm believing this clip right here is like older, so.
Make hits that South Africans can resonate with, that the radio can play, the TV can play. So
Speedsta got Sizwe Dlomo's job at YFM for the Hip Hop Hot 99 countdown. It ran for like an hour, and he also did the hip hop floor. So then in 2017, he also joined Metro FM to host Absolute Hip Hop alongside Loot Love. And we all know a big part of his career is the milestone of having the song Mayo featuring Teleman, Young Swiss, Frank Casino, and Shane E. So Mayo was produced by Gemini Major, who was Family Tree's in-house producer at the time, and the song peaked at #1 on South Africa's biggest radio stations like Metro FM Top 40 charts and the 5FM Top 10 at 10 hip-hop charts. And on June 5th, 2017, Mayo was certified gold by the Recording Industry of South Africa. It was a massive hit. And then he had I Don't Know, which was also another massive hit featuring Zuchi Coke Dope, Jay Marley, and Frank Casino.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
I'm hearing it was certified triple platinum on 4th August 2018.
Couple bad women at my house that I don't know.
On January 25th, 2019, his debut studio album Bottle Brush Street was released. The album features Zuchi Coke Dope, Casper Nyovest, and Ricky Rick. And at the 2019 DSTV Mzansi Viewers' Choice Awards, he was nominated for Favorite DJ. Following year at the 2020 South African Hip Hop Awards, he was nominated for the Best DJ as well.
I remember Speedsta giving me a plaque for Mayo for the artwork.
That's dope, though. That's dope.
Since the song went platinum, and it was funny because
This nigga came through with the artwork.
that was supposed to be my song, and then he asked for it, and then I said, "Yeah, sure, take it. I don't think I'm gonna do as well as whatever you have planned for it." Because
On the 9th of June 2021, he co-hosted
Inferiority complex, maybe.
SABC1 music show Live
Maybe that's why he switched to the Yanos, maybe, from hip hop. Cause you know, with the hip hop shit, you really gotta remain that guy. Nothing else gotta feel better than what you got. You know what I'm saying? Than your plans and whatnot. So just having that mindset, bro, it tells me why you switch sides. I ain't gonna lie.
Amp alongside with DJ Lamise. On August 13, 2021, his single Pardon My French featuring Zuchi Coke Dope and Lucas Raps was released, and Speedsta received a nomination for DJ of the Year at the 2021 South African Hip Hop Awards again. And I want to talk about a situation, well, not a situation, but a period in hip hop. I don't know if you guys remember the Popcast. I mean,
yeah, I remember
no
that.
cap.
2020?
That was the Gatekeeper lineup of pod.
Exactly, my nigga. It was nothing but gatekeepers on there. And then obviously with him being one of the folks on the thing. Come on, bro.
Casters. Not gonna lie, we had VG who was
It's all of
actually
hip hop's
working really close with
gatekeepers.
Universal. I'm talking like the A&R or something.
The Popcast was the, you know what I'm saying, hip hop industry's boom gate. It was a boom gate, and these niggas was like the securities there, like, you know what I'm saying, that whole lineup, though. Facts.
And we have Scoop Makatini. I
Facts.
don't really know if we can classify him as a gatekeeper.
Yeah, he's like on the fence with it. Nah, but I don't think Scoop, nah, cause I mean that's why he like ended up even moving away from folks.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Kinda. Miss Cosmo, bro, she is like the biggest gatekeeper. If I ask you what has Cosmo done,
I think she built the gate. Facts.
For hip hop, I don't think you'd be able to.
Not much. She's had her little contributions, but you know what I'm saying, in terms of positioning, damn near built the gate, nigga.
But
she bought that gate.
Yeah, she has so
and painted it, like, you know what I'm saying, got the colors going on. And
much power. Well, I don't know if she still does, but she had so much power at that time. And then you have Speedsta. Now, the podcast made him feel some type of way. He felt like energies were starting to clash and collide, because Speedsta says that he had disagreement. Well, he didn't really say that, but there was a couple of disagreements with, you know, other presenters on the show. So Speedsta says,
as is normal,
it became very difficult for me. I've always been a very friendly, chilled, outgoing person. I'm the kind of person that when I walk into a room, I know everybody and smile at everybody. The podcast just created a vibe that I no longer like. It didn't make me feel good. For me, if something doesn't serve me, it doesn't have purpose for me. I gotta go, said Speedsta. So for me, I also think besides him having, you know, situations with the presenters on the podcast as well, I think he started having situations with rappers as well, because there was a point when he was saying that artists that he previously worked with were ignoring him and kind of felt away. I don't know whether they felt away about the things he was saying on this podcast or, you know, whatever, because when it gets to this part of the game, if you are a commentator or you know, saying your opinion about the game and all of that, you can't always please everyone, and especially artists. You can't be friends with these people. They're not going to be your friends, because I strictly want to be honest and you don't like that.
What happened to the podcast? Shit, man. I think growth, change, life moving on and things changing, being in a different space, and unfortunately just not being able to be that guy anymore.
What guy?
So
nigga?
I know you guys also remember the situation where he had a thing with
podcast.
Nasty C, where it was about a song that Nasty C tried to send to Speedsta, and you know, Speedsta was not feeling it or something, or he mised it, and then Nasty C decided to drop the song on his own independently, and it blew up, it took off, and then Speedsta started claiming the song, and then Nasty C called him out. So at that point, he literally had the keys to give to Nasty C, like, bro, just put your name on it. You didn't have to do anything, but just put your name on it and drop it. I think that really spells out Gatekeeper. I don't know about you guys, but hey, okay. Is DJ Khaled a gatekeeper? Well, not anymore, but he was a gatekeeper, you know. And
in terms of taste making, yeah, I'd say yeah. In terms of taste making, I'm saying
recently people have been going at him for the Gatekeep situation, saying that he's using it to get his relevance back.
Bro. He shouldn't have done that.
You know, it was okay to, you know, show her off with the freestyling and her not being able to freestyle, but then on top of that, he did a skit.
How niggas move these days.
Damn.
No.
He did a skit. He acted as himself, which is insane. But anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think about this situation. Is Speedsta really a gatekeeper?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? I'm saying, why not? At this rate, he is, bro. Facts. I need a smoother way to transition from like that into this. You feel me? Alright, hetero, let's go. What do we got?
Big girl. What is the perfect?
Oh, Berto. Homie Berto. And I only know this guy because Astral Dior. Shout out my boy Astral. 7 types of girls you shouldn't date. Let's do it.
Girl. The perfect woman. What does she look like? How does she act? These are the $1 million questions that all us men ask ourselves at some point in time. But the reality is, for most of us, the perfect girl looks a little bit different for everybody. You might like your girl thick in all the right places. And some men like them real thin and fun in the right places. Some of y'all like girls that can cook and clean. And some of y'all like women that are just a little bit more athletic so you can gym with them, but still just feminine enough to call them your little baby. As men, we like what we like. Your perfect girl might look a lot different from mine. But if there's one thing I know for sure, there's a
Dog, I don't think there is though. I don't think the perfect one exists though. Come on, bro. Come on. Because when we talking about the perfect one, I think we talking about qualities that, because we talking perfection. Like, you talking perfect. Bro, you talking about, I want no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing to bother me about this person. I want nothing to just piss me off. I want nothing to irritate me about this. I want nothing, you know what I'm saying? I want nothing. I don't want to feel no insecurities about this person at all. This person must be on they shit. This person must be on their focus. This person must be on their, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, think about it, bro. Since we all know, unless we're proven in some other way that this thing has always been a myth, but the fact that nothing is perfect in the world. So you see, it kind of like, it feels kind of like a self-inflicted double standard, where it's like, if I'm talking about if you do adopt that kind of mindset where, yo, nah, the perfect one, bro, like, what the fuck, bro? And like, when things do end, maybe with the one that was not the perfect one, oh no, she was not the one. What are you talking about? Especially when we talking about like talks of the one. Number one, bro. If you're a young man like listening to this right now, get that shit out your mind. Get that shit out your mind. I feel like, especially the older you're getting, get that shit out your mind. Because now, check it out. You got to understand that being consistent with the realities of the world, especially the one perception, the obvious one, right? Actually the cliche one. Nothing is perfect in the world, right? So we do have to deal with things that are below, you know, I'm not say below perfection, bro, but like, move your shit away from perfection, unless your perfection does include the kind of limitations that you're willing to put up with. This is what, okay, look at what I be asking niggas this a lot of the time, right? I don't think it's even about, yo, what's your perfect or ideal woman, right? And well, vice versa can even be true if you're a girl. Like, what's your ideal man, right? Ask yourself that question like this: what limitations are you willing to put up with? What shadow aspects of another human being are you willing to put up with, bro? Because you're not gonna get nobody that's absolutely never gonna irritate you, absolutely never gonna tick you off, absolutely where it's like, damn, I just need like a week away from this person. Like, bro, and I feel like, right, first things first, change the meaning of things. Change what it means for me and you to be apart, to be, you know what I'm saying, to have a little bit of distance. You know what I'm saying? AKA, maybe you're at a point where distance to you is terrifying. Number one, you get somebody today, you gotta move in by next week. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody today, nigga, we gotta get married by fucking July. You know what I'm saying? Or next summer, some shit like that. Right? It's like, yo, we trying to close this distance so fucking much, like so like hard and so soon, right? So quick. It's like, bro, sometimes that breathing space is needed, bro. I don't know for whatever reason, but you need that shit. It's just now, like, current society is so scared of that shit, they might just like want to do away with it, right? So something like that, change the meaning of what that distance means. So maybe if there is distance, okay, I'm not an advocate for like long distance relationship. Personally, I don't like it. So okay, actually, let's take my example right there. I don't like long distance relationships. But you know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to make is that even if I get somebody that's like a distance away from me, right? Maybe we meet on some online shit, some, you know what I'm saying? Some DM vibe, and You know what I mean? Or at some sort of event I had to travel. You feel me? And then we connect there. The connection is so strong, I couldn't just let it pass. So now we connected, but now I find out, yo, dog, you like a mad distance. Like in terms of your origin, where you from, where you stay at, actually, you're a distance away. So you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's either I put up with that, and then maybe, let's say on top of that, but you're mad loyal. You know what I'm saying? I know this kind of scenario is mad like rare these days, where your person is a distance away, but they're mad loyal. You know what I'm saying? They still keep their word, like, you know what I'm saying, to just make you priority. You feel what I'm saying? Not mess around, blah blah blah. That's just an example though. So I'm like, yes, I'm irritated. Well, I don't like the fact that she a distance away, but the fact that, yo, she mad loyal and blah blah blah, that has to count for something. So I feel like the distance, well, the positive aspects of her have to cancel a little bit of the negative, to a point where I can like deal with the fact that this is what I want to move on with, right? Another example, like, bro, she might be like super fire, right? That's your kind of taste, bro. She gotta look so good, so attractive to the eye. Like, I cannot compromise on that. Of which it's fair, like, it's your preference. But let's say she like a serial cheater, dog. You're gonna have to put up with that because, bro, she's mad attractive. What do you mean? She cannot be mad attractive. Like, both, like, these things kind of cannot exist. It's, not too much. In the modern time, these things cannot exist, right? Her being super fire. I'm talking about a 15 out of 10, bro. Like, that's how fire she is. And then you expecting her to be yours exclusively. Like, bro, she's a 15 out of 10. You don't think she's gonna, like, have all this attention, attract all this attention type shit? So what I'm saying is, you're gonna have to be okay with the fact that she attracts all other kind of men. She may cheat, right? But I don't know, like, latch on to something that's gonna make that cancel out, right? I don't know like how you justify cheating or how you be able to come to tolerate. But my point is, bro, nobody's perfect, bro. You can't get somebody who's a 15 out of 10. She never cheats. She's always at home cooking, cleaning for your ass. You feel what I'm saying? She doesn't, like, you know, prowl around on social media or just like post provocative things on social media. She's just like straightforward. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So number one, it's either we gonna change the meaning of what it means for the perfect one, because the perfect one, I feel like the perfection concept or the meaning of perfection, add a little bit of imperfections, add limitations, and take that as a package of, this is my version of perfection. So for example, my version of perfection might be a woman who's a thief. She's a thief, but out in the world and blah blah blah, she's a manipulator out in the world, but she does that for our home. You know what I'm saying? Our little situation that we got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So she is a thief. I'm willing to put up for that, but she's mad loyal too. She's my thief. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in, she's mine. It's like I use her as a weapon, like to go manipulate the world and come bring the proceeds to us. Alright, let me not give people ideas. But my point for this here segment is to tell y'all, bro, when we talking about the perfect thing, it's in your head. Integrate the perfection that's in your head to the perfection that's in reality, bro. Because the perfection that's in reality does come with some shadows to it. You know what I'm saying? Shadows attached to it. You feel me? Bro, come on, bro. Alright, let me not dwell too much on this topic, but like, you feel what I'm saying? It's like, that was my whole point of the thing. And Berta right here, let me hear how my boy breaks it down for real. I just need to switch this up.
Long list of things, and we like what we like.
We do.
Your perfect girl might look a lot different from mine, but if there's one thing I know for sure, there's a long list of things that most of us men universally hate in women. And more than likely, if she does any of these things, we don't want nothing to do with her. So for my lady,
alright, get into it, man. Let's hear it. Hold on.
Please take your notebooks out. It's time to go to class. And for my fellas, I know a lot of y'all about to relate to this shit, because this is 7 types of girls you should not date. Up first on the list, we got Mrs. Way Too Bougie. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, touch that, my boy. Touch that shit. Touch it, nigga. Pause. No, speak on that, bro, because I don't know if that's the kind of like standard that some of these ladies like be saying, no, this is like my attraction point, bro. That's a repellent point. For some ladies that, bro, again, it's a tool. It's something that you use. Bouginess or your privilege, you know what I'm saying, or like standard or whatever. It's a tool you could use. So it's like a gun, either being in the right hands or the wrong hands. The right hands for a gun is somebody who's trained, somebody who's not like an emotional psycho. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna just like threaten everybody with his gun at every turn, right? That because a gun being in those kind of hands, in that kind of mind, that's a dangerous thing. But a gun being in the, you know what I'm saying, for example, in the hands of law enforcement, authorized to have those, trained to have that, all that kind of shit, right? That's a gun in safe hands. That's a gun where we know it's there to protect instead of like there to just fuck everything up, right? So it's the same thing with the bouginess and the privilege platform. And you know, if you're in a position of privilege and you're just using that, just, you know what I'm saying, this is how it gotta be to attract, even, like, you know what I'm saying, a partner like that shit is it's corny. You feel me? It's corny. It's corny. I ain't gonna lie. It's corny.
I can't stand a woman that's way too bougie.
Same hair, nigga.
This is the type of girl.
Oh my god! All right, finish up,
that's
bro.
too good for anything. Even us as men never feeling good enough. You could take her to dinner and spend your whole goddamn paycheck trying to impress her on Valentine's Day, but she's over here complaining because you didn't spend enough. It's her birthday and you just bought her a dozen roses, but she could care less because you didn't buy the brand of roses that's currently trending on TikTok. You see, there's virtually nothing you can do to impress.
And here's why I kind of still fuck with the third worlds and worlds that are still kind of like less developed than like first worlds and out in the West and shit like that. Like, yo, in, you know, places like the third world, bro, like people is still, everybody's still broke, nigga. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, like opportunities and just like people who are part of the top 1% of that environment. It's like, come on, bro, that shit is so far off. It's like nobody relates to that anyway. Even the people that may just have it a little bit like that. I'm not talking about the top 1% of like in the third world. You know what I'm saying? The top 1% in the third world, they actually, in their little environments, they're actually in the first world. You know what I'm saying? They're the first world within third world bounds. It's crazy. But it's like the rest of the third world, bro, nigga, I don't give a fuck where you think you at in life, nigga. You're just as broke as me at some level. Not as broke as me, but like mentally, you're just as bracketed as me. Like, you're just as cramped up as me, nigga. You know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think even the ones that pretend to be bougie, because out here, bro, it's just like pretense, nigga. Don't no nigga like relate to just, or don't no nigga fuck with just like kind of running that kind of race where it's like the bougie standard is what we gotta, like, what niggas gotta be chasing and blah blah. It's like, nah, dog. It's like, come your ass down to earth, or you're dying single. Like, that's it. Or you're not experiencing any of what you expect to experience. You feel what I'm saying? So this bougie shit, dog, it's like, yo, in the third world, everybody got the same mindset. Nobody got time for that. So I think even the ladies out here, even the bougie versions of the ladies, they kind of have a little bit more grace. Because they see, dog, yeah, nah, these niggas out here is like, it's really tough, I ain't gonna lie.
This type of woman.
But then in the West there, dog, it's all about that shit. Oh my god, it's all about that shit. Bro, you, what? It's not no LV flowers, nigga, what the fuck? It's not no Louis Vuitton flowers, what the fuck? Nah, I ain't accepting this. Or, you know what I mean? That time, bro, you pick like the finest roses off of nature herself. Off of nature, nigga, still healthy. I'm saying, like, still vibrant in terms of, you know what I mean? Now she prefer the fake joints from LV. I don't know if there's even LV roses, shit like that. What the fuck? But I'm just trying to make a point, you know. Or maybe what, y'all still tapped into LV? Let's go Balenciaga. Do Balenciaga like pick roses for niggas. I don't know.
The only reason she started dating your dumbass in the first place is because she thought you were an again of higher stature, or she probably thought you had a lot of money. They're only looking for what they can gain financially and for higher status in life. That's the only thing this type of woman wants out of a relationship. Listen, my young kings, read the signs. Stay away from these type of women. Look, I think it's really important as a man that we do the best we possibly can for our women. But at the end of the day, you want a woman that appreciates you for your hard work and effort. I feel like that's fair. Regardless, next on the list we got Mrs. Too Insecure. The fact is, all human beings have insecurities in some way, shape, or form. But today we're talking about women with insecurities. And even though that's okay, but a woman that is too insecure, well, that's just a recipe for disaster, my boy. This is the type of woman who's gonna start a fight with you at dinner because you happen to look in the eyes of your... Go sit down. This is the type of woman that's gonna start a fight with you at dinner because you just so happen to look into the eyes of your waiter, who also just so happens to be a female. Why were you talking to our waiter? I saw the way you were looking at her. I knew you didn't even love me.
Oh shit, of course.
Like what? I'm sorry I spoke to another female in your presence. Trying to order food for the both of us, by the way.
Oh,
that
shit.
I'm paying for. Like damn.
Now imagine if the combination is like, imagine if that first and second point that Berta just made is like combined, bro. She like Miss Too Bougie, but she mad insecure, and she trying to like cover up the insecurities with the bouginess. That's the worst.
Slack. This type of woman's always gonna make a problem out of everything. And these problems are always gonna stem from her insecurities. Constantly comparing herself to others. Seeking petty sympathy out of her partner. The only way you could truly satisfy a woman like this is if you walked around blindfolded everywhere with a t-shirt with her face on it, letting everybody know that she is your girlfriend at every waking moment. Trust me, boys. It ain't worth it. For
That's
third
the worst,
place,
man.
we got Mrs. Too Ratchet or Too Ghetto.
Oh, please touch on that one.
Whatever you want to call it. It's the same thing.
Bro, it's not even attraction at this point. It's like repellence. It's like repellent aspects of these types of females. You feel
Now, for
me?
this one, I do recognize, depending on the type of nigga you are and your background, you might actually like this. But I'm gonna go ahead and strongly assume that.
And I feel like, okay, none of these things in and of theyself is like terrible. I mean, Miss Too Ratchet, that speaks to just like your background and how you came up and how you grew up, and you know what I'm saying, the environment that gave birth to you. You know what I mean? Because you're a reflection of that, and obviously you do not choose within what kind of environment you get born. Excuse me, right? You don't choose that. So that goes into that, and people can't control that. And I'm not saying that if you end up being that person in itself, you know what I'm saying, it's terrible. You can have like, you can meet wonderful people, dog, that come from these environments. They, you know, they may be ratchet, but they cool peoples. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like let's focus on what Berta means when he says too ratchet, Miss Too Bougie, right? Miss Too Insecure. So it's like, it's at a level where it's, bro, man, come get your mans. Like, it's too much, you know what I'm saying? And the too muchness aspect in it, I feel like, comes from you trying to cover up something. So it's like you're deliberately making yourself that way, versus no, I came up off of that environment, and this is just who I am. But you're still cool. You know what I'm saying? You could adapt to other environments, you can adapt to other personalities, because you got to remember, you don't live alone on this earth. That's another thing about these girls that be too bougie, too insecure, too ratchet. It's like you got to be too much for you to be yourself, so that you can have the idea that you're probably attracting an, you know what I'm saying, a man on some shit. It's like, nah, bro, the too muchness. And if a man finds that attractive, it's just the resonance in the fact that he is too ratchet too. And I'm not saying just ratchet. I'm talking about OD, too ratchet. Being too, bro. It's like, nah, at that point y'all deserve each other. But that's not normal, is what I'm trying to say.
That most men don't. Because in my experience, these women are over masculine.
That's what I'm saying.
And very aggressive.
Very
and I get
overly.
It. Trust me, girls can be tough too. That's fire. There isn't anything wrong with that. But
That's
a woman that's just too ratchet is universally.
Here we go. That word too. Y'all gotta cut it out, bro. Y'all gotta chill, bro. Y'all too much, bro. Cut it out with that too much shit, bro. Y'all too much, bro. Be yourself, but not too much, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
A problem.
Not too much. Bro.
I personally don't like going to clubs. That's not really an activity that I partake in, at least not willingly. But one night, one of my homies was able to convince me to come with him to experience it for the first time. And I'm a firm believer that experience is important in life, so I agreed. I could give you the scope of that full experience on another video, but as we were waiting in line to get inside this club, there was this huge 6'10" Hulk looking nigga. I'm talking monstrous, bruh. Buddy was pushing through the line to get to the front, and I'm not gonna lie, he wasn't being polite about it. He was damn near shoving niggas to get the way for real. But me personally, I'm not about to fight somebody over that shit. I don't know him, and I don't know his situation. So a nigga happened to brush shoulders with me, just a little bit more aggressive than I'd like. It's not that big of a deal. Call it what you want, but it ain't that deep. I got a life to live and I got goals to achieve. I wasn't about to get my skull crushed in over a club night that I damn near didn't even want to be at in the first place. So I need you to believe how perplexed I was when I saw this couple in front of me that happened to get shoved by this guy when he was pushing through the line. And when I tell you this,
they got active,
girl, bruh, just started yelling, "Oh hell nah!
They got
You're
active.
not about to cut us in line, you ugly gorilla ass nigga."
Oh no!
Her boyfriend's face was full
of
shit.
Shit.
Please.
It is full of shut up.
This wasn't the first sticky situation that his girls put him in because she had a loud mouth.
Oh,
always trying to start problems and shit with people. Problems that he, as the man, now has to deal with. Yeah, I watched that nigga get his ass beat that night.
Oh my god.
The girlfriend couldn't contain herself. I really could go on the ratchet girl for days because, bruh, I just think it's funny.
That nigga got sucked.
These type of people, they pick fights with people and make things such a big deal over and over and over again. It seems to be like a pattern in their personality, right? But when it comes down to it, the boyfriend is always the one that has to pick up the slack on a fight that they started. As a man, you're supposed to protect your woman. That's a fact. But your woman also shouldn't be putting you in positions to be fucked up all the time. Like, at that point, that's kind of a burden. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, ghetto bitches, that's a no-go for me, man. Now in fourth place, we got the girl who only has a big mouth in front of the homies. Now before we dive too deep on that, as a man, you gotta know how to man up and take a joke. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a girl that has some personality that decides to make fun of you in front of your friends. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I actually think that's a pretty healthy characteristic you want to have in your woman. You want to be able to enjoy her company, especially around your friends and shit. Like a girl with no personality and humor, that's boring. Who wants that? Like I had this one girl I was dating that would always crack the same joke in front of my friends, bro. I hated that joke. I always say I looked like Sid from Ice Age. I fucking hate when people say that. The reason I hate it is because people say it.
How do people see that? How do people see that? Or maybe you, maybe when you were younger, because you know when we're younger, bro, we look a little. Well, sometimes it depends on who you are, but like, the difference is there, dog. You look very different. Like your younger self and your older self looks very different. I think maybe the hairstyle, your hairstyle when it was still like shorter, you feel me, might have given that, and that you know that would prove that you were younger. If you know what I'm saying. The hairstyle is shorter, so and when you're younger, the body mass is a little skinnier, and I could see Sid like skinny you like type, but right now, man, nah, you cool, bro. Like somebody telling you that right now, bro, they tripping for real. They really, yeah, they deserve a little bit of a crash off. You gotta crash on a nigga. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You tripping?
It's so tripping. Much.
You gotta trip on your, you know what I'm saying?
Apparently it's true. I don't see the resemblance.
Trip out.
But it is what it is, I guess. So anytime she said that shit in front of people, people would laugh. And it was a good time. There's no harm in that.
You probably
even
laughed
though
along
it kind of like poked fun at me a little bit, I think that's cool. I'm never gonna be mad at my girl poking fun at me, or anyone at that matter. Like niggas need to know how to take a joke. But what is absolutely unacceptable is a woman that always makes it her life mission to disrespect you in front of your peers. Why does she feel the need to air out all your personal business in front of the homies? That ain't cool. Because when y'all alone, she's always super nice, super cuddly, talking about how you're her rock and all that goo goo gaga bullshit. But when your homeboys pull up, she talking about, Berto told me he don't even like you niggas. He talk shit about y'all all day. Whoa. First off, that ain't what I said. But if I have a personal issue with one of my homies and I come home to vent to you, my woman, my supposed left hand rock, and tell you some shit in confidence because you're my girlfriend, I don't expect you to blow the spot up when I'm hanging with my boys.
Yeah, that's
or even
foul.
worse, this is the type of girl that's gonna start just saying absolute lies. Like bullshit trying to be funny in front of people. But there's a difference between funny and disrespect. Talking about, oh, this nigga, he ain't shit. His pee small and his stroke game weak. And he sucks my toes. And I spend all his money. And he won't do shit about it because he kind of be acting like a shit real. I get you trying to put on a show for the boys right now, but you're really just making yourself look bad, and now nobody likes you. Because all you doing is capping your ass off. Now in 5th place, we got one that's kind of two-sided again, depending on the type of guy you are. But in my opinion, I don't think it's good to date a girl that's too damn horny. I mean, personally, I'm always down for some freaky time. That's cool.
Yeah, that's
especially
too much,
if it's
man.
with your significant other. But when it starts to get a little bit like
Too much,
everywhere, anywhere,
Hey, bro.
that's all.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I could already tell that you into like a whole lot of freaky stuff. What is this, bro? Is this like some sort of like light effect thingy with a woman's back? Hey, I got the picture like long ago, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, you feel me? You go ahead, nigga.
They
Go
think
ahead.
about 24/7, and they
Talking about somebody being too damn horny. Nah. I feel
applying pressure. You shopping in the middle of Target. She trying to go crazy. You having a family dinner with her parents for the first time. She trying to go crazy in the bathroom. You stuck in traffic on the freeway? Fuck it. The cars ain't moving anyway. You at church in the middle of a Sunday service. Stop. Pick up the Bible, pray, and ask for forgiveness. Look, man, in all seriousness, this one on the list, it's not that big of a deal, right? They're definitely worth.
Yeah, not too much of a big deal. But yo, again, they be OD with it though. It's just OD.
But I really
shit.
do think it's pretty annoying when a woman is only driven.
Because check it out though. Because you find a woman that builds a woman that's sexually what is this, promiscuous. You feel what I'm saying? Now, once it gets to this point, she can never be loyal to one guy in terms of if, you know what I'm saying, the connection with that guy is connected, is like sexually connected. You know what I'm saying? Sexually charged or romantically sexually, whatever. It's like you cannot expect that kind of woman to be, you know, sleeping with one guy, of which, you know, you'd expect her to sleep with just you. Nah, actually, this one is a big deal, buddy. I'm sorry, Berto. I you know what I'm saying? I was about to co-sign and be like, yo, because, you know, sexual activity is like cool on some shit, but yo, OD, I'm talking OD, like she can't even control herself. Now you gotta put up with them, like, okay, cool, bro, like we can, you know, you gotta put up with some cuck stuff, you know, cause she just so goddamn HORNY, like all the times, like, bro, chill, bro, watch out, bro, like, can't you take a break? Like, ask your body to take a break. Like, do you always got the urge? You know what I'm saying? Because now it's gonna be like, she's gonna have no option, but because let's say, for example, you can control your sexual appetite, right? And to her it's a problem, she cannot. Y'all, you know, connected initially because you thought that was attractive as fuck, you thought that was hot. But now y'all together, now you see she cannot be loyal to just one nigga because she always wants to keep going. You feel me? That becomes much of a problem because now she got to step outside the relationship to go satisfy that. Whenever you're not in the mood or like you're cool, like, nah, that one is a problem. I'm sorry.
Like,
now that this one needs you to be really an adult, bro, to like really keep it in check and really kind of just like change it. It's shameful on some shit. Like, to a certain extent, it becomes shameful. It becomes something that's like, yo, bro, get help for real. For real.
She don't got no substance to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Outside
that
of
one is
getting
terrible.
nasty,
Like, it's terrible.
What value does she provide?
Like, too much. I'm talking about like when the shit is very much just out of control.
You could barely hold a straight conversation with her without her trying to unbuckle
Yeah.
her pants. Me
You know what I'm
personally,
saying? You can't
I
have
want
that.
a woman that also has a good head on her shoulders. No pun intended.
But having that type of head is also good.
It's also good. Yeah, we get it.
Pathological liar. This one doesn't need that much.
I ain't gonna lie. You know, the point that I was making in the beginning, when I kicked it on some, like, there's no such thing as a perfect woman. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as a perfect partner. So, the ideal one, you really have to consider shortfalls, shortcomings, some of the dark sides. But it has to be a dark side that you can, like, be aware of and work with. Not a dark side that's gonna leave you overwhelmed and now you're just like, you're crying all the time. Because, you know what I'm saying? But you're the one that allowed to go through with the relationship knowing that she's like this. You know what I'm saying? So, find a dark side that you can, like, kind of deal with or tolerate to some, you know what I'm saying, on some shit. But it's like, me, the lying shit, just don't lie to me, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Don't lie to me. Because once that happens, it's like, okay, cool. I see what it is here. You know what I mean? Fuck it. I'm not dealing with any, like, the other shit I cannot stand. The shit that, you know, homie just mentioned. Overly bougie, overly insecure, overly, you know what I'm saying, sexually active, activated, overly, what else was the other one? Just overly of these other things. Pathological liar, like, you lie a lot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I could deal with it a little bit. Just don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it to me. I mean, because, you know, I got manipulative ways on myself. You know what I'm saying? It's, you know what I mean? Like, it's something I've had to accept about myself because another thing, you know, I saw it necessary to not completely do away with that shit. But I use it I use it wisely now. I'm grown now. You feel me? Like, my manipulative ways, I use them wisely. And the one thing I know is not to use them on people that I love. You know what I'm saying? People that are the most closest to me. So I feel like have that type of mindset when you're gonna be a liar, dog. Don't do it to me. And whenever we do it, because I'm even putting myself in there, like me and you, whenever we do it so that we grow what we got going on here in our nest, like in our little situation. We don't have to be married, man. We don't have to build a home, but like this little connection, this little spiritual connect at the moment, because everything does change, but at the moment, this is what we're doing. This is what we agree. This is our contract. We gotta grow this, what we got going on. You know what I'm saying? AKA, bro, get the business opportunities where you can see there's like loopholes that we could get. Nah, bro, let me not give those kind of ideas, dog. Yo, lying is bad, bro. Don't do it. Fuck it.
Explaining. Nobody like.
But I could, you know what I'm saying? I could put up with it. Like, just don't do it to me, and just don't have the other qualities. Like, that's crazy.
Likes a liar. And if you're dating a woman that lies about everything, I'm talking about she lies about shit that don't even matter, bro. Like, why are you lying? Hey, babe, I'm just gonna run out and go to the grocery store. I just need to get some stuff. Oh, yeah, for sure. Just be safe. But instead, she snuck off to the mall to go shopping. Like, why did you lie? I don't understand.
Yeah,
what
that's
the
a pointless lie.
is. If you want to go.
No, that's a stupid lie. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't be like that. But you know what I'm saying?
Go
like,
shopping. Just go shopping. I do
go
realize
shopping,
that
bro.
some
It's like, just go do it. Like, just go shopping,
control
bro.
freaks, which ultimately leads to women lying about everything. But me personally, I don't give a fuck what my girl wants to do. Do what you want to do, love. Just keep it real with me so I can do the same. Because there's nothing worse than being in a relationship that you can't even trust with the little things.
Facts.
Like, it's almost better to know that my girl is a cheating bitch, because if that's her.
Okay, Birdo, I see where, like, what you're willing to justify. Cheating assholes, I can do it. I could look, bro, with the lying shit, bro. I can figure you out. Like, I can know, nah, bro, you fucking lying. Like, and then I can be like, yo, what's the problem? Like, I can have a little bit more patience in trying to fix that. And you know what? We don't have to fix it all the way. Maybe you you develop that characteristic as a sort of like a defense mechanism for you to, you know, from your people, your family, or whatever friends that, you know what I'm saying, you didn't want to be a rude kind of person. Because here's what lying shows me. You're a people pleaser, you know what I'm saying, to a fault. So you never wanted to disappoint people to a point where you had to lie to let them down easy, or not let them down at the moment so that they become disappointed later and found out that you were telling them the wrong shit. But it's because you didn't want to hurt their feelings. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving very much overly people pleasing vibes. And a girl that wants to please me and not want to disappoint me in terms of like, I'm like, that's cool for me, but we can like adjust it, right? We can adjust it so that it doesn't hurt us, it doesn't hurt me. With me, I want you to be mad straight, because I'm not the people that you have to use your defense mechanism towards, right? I'm on your side type shit. So we can work around it. We can just like make it. But cheating? Don't cheat, bro. Or don't lie to me. Okay, but you see, these things can be connected, because a cheating hoe is a lying hoe. A lying hoe can be lying just so that they could go cheat. So these qualities, like, are they really separate from one another, bro? A overly bougie bitch, so that they could attract a whole lot. Like, why are you attracting all that energy with your bouginess? So that you can go out and have the opportunity to cheat. If, you know what I'm saying, you feel like stepping out the relationship. It's like, but bro, I couldn't do a cheating woman, bro. Maybe like cheating? Come on, bro. You got a whole
truth. At least you know, nigga. It ain't no surprise. But when she just a lying motherfucker,
it's tricky, dog.
There's not much you can do.
No.
Because you don't even know. So if you're dating somebody that just be lying for no reason, I'm talking.
Okay, you got a point. You got a point.
White lies left and right. Like, it's uncontrollable. It ain't worth it, bro. Leave her. Number 7. Last but not least, arguably the worst on this list.
What's that?
Because if you're subject to this type of woman, you honestly need to look in the mirror and figure out what is going on
with
in your life.
you.
I'm talking about Mrs. Control Freak.
Okay.
She's a no-go, my boy. Now, before I start bashing Mrs.
But that one is a clear. You see it from a mile away when you know what I'm saying. Unless it's covert, because there's covert, like, there's some shit like covert narcissism. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking narcissistic traits, this is it right here. But like, covert is really terrible. I ain't gonna lie.
This is Control Freak. I'm not on that red pill, blue pill bullshit. I don't put myself in a box and submit my life to shit like that. I live my life on what I think is important, based off experiences that I've had and experience and things that I've learned from other people. Male figures that I look up to in my life. I think way too many people get too caught up in the red pill, blue pill bullshit, because if you're a nigga with a brain, you understand that you can agree with some of the things that somebody says and disagree with other parts of what somebody says. You don't need to pick a side indefinitely. I don't know why everybody wants shit to be so black and white. Apply the shit that you like and don't listen to the shit that you don't like, because the truth is there's good and bad on both fucking sides. So one thing that I think is super important in a relationship is having a level of equal respect. I think a woman traditionally should look up to her man, look at you for guidance, inspiration, protection, help. The list can go on forever. And I also think the woman should provide a lot of values that are also equal to some of the things I just said. Regardless, we need each other. I might be better at this.
And I ain't gonna lie, nothing is a blanket statement when it comes to just how your relationship or how you supposed to relate with the person that you believe you're supposed to relate with. On a significant level, right? There can't be a blanket statement that just like covers how y'all supposed to move. But then again, there are blanket standards that I believe should never exist no more. Moving forward, I don't know.
She might be better at that when we
some standards just should not exist, bro.
Come together, it's supposed to be this big great thing.
Especially, bro, here's one standard that like I'm questioning. Okay, let me not go there.
But what is absolutely unacceptable, bro, is when some of you niggas get carried around on a leash.
Oh my god.
By your girl, bro.
So I'm saying that's that narcissistic like hoe, like,
bruh, come on, man.
Type shit.
Man up, bro. I'm talking about the guys that want to go hang out with their bros for the day. Like, you want to just get some alone time away from your woman. You want to just go do you for a second. But your girl said, no, you need to stay here and rub my feet. And the worst part is, you listen, my nigga.
That's, oh my God, this nigga just let out that laugh. Look, that's the 10 out of 10s and the 9s out of 10s and the 15s out of 10s who are just overly attractive and they just need to keep that standard of beauty and blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It's like at a certain point, bro, like having a 10 out of 10 as your girl is not sustainable, my boy. Not gonna lie. Like these women that like she gotta just break the scale in terms of beauty. Like, nah, bro. Like I purposefully move away from those because of the mindset that they give you, keep you in. Bro, stay behind and rub my feet when you want to go hang out with the boys or whatever the case. You just want to be outside on some shit. Stay behind and rub my feet and it's a yes, ma'am. Like, because you ain't trying to lose her. Oh my God. I think she knows what she's working with at that point. And she knows that you spot the same value. You might overly value what she's using to get you to stay. It might be her beauty. Her breaking the scale type beauty, or it might be, you know, that overly bougie one where it's like she got, you know what I'm saying, she can pay for double your lifetime, double like your like, yeah, she can like literally buy you out, nigga, of your life into a life that could supplement her, so she could like, you know, get you on enough of this or dangle enough of this to be like, bro, you don't have to do nothing, just come be my man. And by the time you accept that kind of offer, my boy, it's over. Your life is never yours anymore. You literally live inside of her womb again, never to go out for as long as your mind still works that way, right? It's crazy.
You played yourself, bro.
So I'm like, these overly just 10 out of 10, like, they're a problem. They become these ones, dog.
As much as I want to tell you to stay away from this type of woman, if you as a man find yourself in these type of scenarios, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You need to take a look in the mirror.
It's over with, bro.
Because you got some work to do.
It's over.
Because we gotta call a spade a spade.
Facts.
If you acting like a bitch,
you are one, nigga.
She's gonna treat you like one. It's really important to listen to your girl, especially if she's a good girl. A lot of times, girls are smarter than us. But the difference is, you need to be listening to a woman who respects you as a man and not the woman that just wants you to do her bidding. At the end of the day, be a man, find the right woman for you, because the one that's 100% right for you might be 100% wrong for me. All this shit's opinionated at the end of the day, right?
Facts.
I'm just giving you mine. And for my female viewers, don't worry, ladies. If y'all show me you want it, I definitely got the 7 type of music you don't want to date. We all have our flaws and we all got a lot of improving to do. But I think the first step in recognizing what we want out of our partner is looking in the mirror and asking yourself, do you even have the qualities that your ideal thought of a partner even wants in the first place?
Where you at, Birdo?